Hello, my Pisces. Welcome to your Unity reading. In this reading, we're going to just be asking the Creator, what would they like us to know about our unity, about union? You know, the last couple of years have been full of a lot of division in the world for many reasons and in many places. A lot of clashing, a lot of, divisiveness out there. When I asked the Creator, what other reading for August would we want to do? Immediately it came to me unity and union. So I was like, all right, sounds like a plan. And then I was urged and nudged to go look at the moon phases in the month of August, the new moon and the full moon. And the new moon is happening on August 8th, and it's actually going to be in the sign of Leo. And I found it really interesting that what jumped out to me when I was reading about it is there's a lot of energy around uniting the needs of individuals with the needs of the whole. So it's all about uniting and unity and coming together. So I was like, that is so perfect. And if that wasn't enough, then when I went to look at the full moon in August 22nd, that moon is going to be in Aquarius. And one of the big characteristics of Aquarians, they have a strong concern for humanity, like for community. And they also have this ability to present things in new ways, new solutions, new things like that, which require a huge kind of objective view of other people's views, of other people's opinions, of other people's actions. So it was so fitting for all this. And then also, one of the wonderful things that, the Aquarians are water bearers. They bring us this knowledge around what we are really thirsty for. And so in that, the vase that they carry to carry the water, that is the living water that does quench our thirst. And for me, what that represents is the unconditional love of the Creator of all things. So how fitting it is that it all just, mesh together. I love when that happens. We're going to go ahead and jump into your reading here. But before we do that, just want to thank the Creator for being here with us, for wanting and desiring to be with us every second of every day. And in all those moments, you are giving and sending us unconditional love. And we are so grateful. We thank you and we welcome you. All right, so we're going to start off with these blue Messiah cards. And before I start a reading, I choose which cards I'm going to use, which one I'm drawn to. And I have a lot of cards. I might need an intervention. And so when the cards leap out to me, the decks that I'm going to use, usually it's for a specific reason and all the cards line up. Well, this one, Blue Messiah, of course, makes total sense because, Messiah in the Christian faith, of course, is part of the Trinity, 3 in 1. So it's really emphasizing the individuals coming together in one. So perfect for this reading. And there's a message that comes with that, and this is for everyone. And I've mentioned it in every reading because it is something the Creator wants to share with everyone, that the Creator has the ability to be everywhere all at once, 100% present. So we can be part of our own individual Trinity with the Creator. We have the Divine Father, the Divine Mother, or Holy Spirit, if that's your faith, and then the child, which is normally the Christ, the Messiah. But we get to be that only child. And the Creator can be with each and every single one of us as an only child because it has the ability to be everywhere all at once, outside of time and space. So we don't have to share the attention and the love of our Creator, our Mother and Father of all things, with any other of those trillions and trillions and trillions of other souls, our other brothers and sisters. So we can have this relationship as an only child with the Creator. And I love that. And I'm totally on board being spoiled like an only child by the Creator of all things. I'm there. Let me feel that. So that is a message for you. All right, Pisces. What we're going to ask the Creator then is what the Creator would like all of our Pisces to know about unity and union. What message does the creator have? Okay. I did not have 2 before, so in my last reading, saving the best for last, so you get 2. You've got willpower, which is number 36. Love it. Looks like a unicorn, doesn't it? Little horn there. So we got a mighty unicorn. And then you also got energy exchange, which is number 8, which this is for August. So beautiful. Love these pictures here. So, and I will read from the book for these. And we're going to start with number 8. So there's like just a quote here from Nari, the lovely individual who created these cards. It says, "Take time to replenish your energy. You cannot serve from an empty vessel." It says, energy is exchanged from one being to another, consciously and unconsciously. You can draw energy from others, and others can draw energy from you. This energy circuit of giving and receiving is what connects us all in the divine matrix of life. Connecting, unifying us, right? This card comes to you to bring awareness to your levels of energy and the energy exchange patterns that you use in your everyday life. Your light is radiant, dear one, and because of this, there's a natural attraction from lower vibrating souls to draw upon your energy for their own nourishment. This can sometimes feel you feeling depleted. No kidding, right? Although your energy is well intended, as you do so much to inspire others to the light within them, it is just as important that you replenish your own sources. Take care of yourself and ensure your cup stays full by nourishing your own body. The more energy you embody, the greater your ability to share and assist others. And I'll read more here in just a sec, but this is a huge life lesson and awareness for all of those major givers out there, because we're like this barrel, and our energy, fills up this barrel. But when we allow everyone to pipeline in, down here, then they're always, we're allowing our, energy to go out to all these things and all these people, and we never feel full because it's always being drained, and we're not getting enough in there for everything that's going out. So that's when we become resentful and depleted and feeling low energy and exhausted and, all that. But what's great is this is a wonderful message. It's almost like fight that negative definition of being selfish, because the greatest gift you can give the world is a healthy, full you. And if you kind of plug up or disconnect all those pipelines and you allow the energy coming in to fill you up, and then everyone else gets the overflow, then you feel whole, you feel energized, you feel loving, because all that extra that's coming out is extra. So you give without expecting to receive or wanting gratitude or anything for it, because you're totally full. You have no need of that external gratitude, because you're just full of all that love energy from the creator inside you. So a great message for that there. And the chakra this one card deals with is the solar plexus chakra, which makes total sense, because that's like the energy center that helps you look at how you interact with yourself. Root chakra is how you interact with groups. The sacral chakra is how you deal one-on-one with someone else. And the solar plexus is how you deal with you. And there's an exercise for these cards if you feel so inclined and are drawn to do this. It says, treat yourself to some pampering, such as a massage. Palms up, capture the rays of the sun and allow its healing light to flow through you. Consciously incorporate yellow and green colored fruit and veggies into your diet. It could be ginger, pineapple, lemons, and green leafy vegetables. The affirmation for this card is, I am connected to universal source and divinely nourished every moment with healing energy and unconditional love. So I love that. And I'll read this one too, but as far as unity is concerned, This is like letting you know that you can be united with others and interact with others, but you don't have to be the doormat. They are equally as capable of being full within themselves. And with you living your life, making those choices, you become, it's like leading by example. You show them it's possible by living it yourself. And willpower totally fits into that too. So it says, the tallest oak in the forest was once just a tiny nut that held its ground. So be a tiny nut that holds your ground. There are days you feel as though you cannot sustain your energy or reach your goals. This can be disheartening, and indulging in unhealthy habits can be all too easy. This card serves as a reminder to you that it is time to turn what you already know into what you do. Willpower is the driving force behind your strength and determination. It is born from the willingness to change your present situation. This inner power can overcome emotional and mental resistance and literally transform your life. The first step in developing willpower is finding the willingness to make change. This is the most important step, as it forms into the motivating force you need to carry you through. The stronger your will, the stronger your ability to persevere and successfully achieve your goals. The second step to strengthening your will is applying discipline and focus. Although this step can be challenging some days, walk through it and just do what needs to be done. Willpower, accompanied by self-discipline, ultimately will lead you to self-mastery instead of being a slave to unhealthy patterns. You don't attain willpower and discipline. They're already inside you. Go now, reclaim your will, and take back the reins of your life. And this also is the solar plexus chakra, so it has the same stuff there. And the exercise for this is wake up earlier and dance or walk for 30 minutes. And the affirmation is, I have the willpower and perseverance to accomplish anything I set my heart and mind to. And I like this in relation to the unity and union, because what I'm getting from this is that there's so many, almost there's so many strings attached that are holding you back like reins. All these things that we're taught, in our human ego form, that sets us apart and makes people different than us. And that's the whole journey of this ego, is all about our self-worth. And we come here purposely to experience duality, to experience being divided, because the veil, and the other side of the veil, and the other side where we come from, is all about unity and unconditional love, and we feel as one, feeling what each other are feeling, knowing what each other is thinking, and we work together in harmony, where we were like, hey, what would it be like, to experience what it might feel like to be divided and separate. And that is what this life is here. And at some point in our life, that becomes, we get sick and tired of being sick and tired and experiencing this alone, what alone and separate is. And we want to, not have so much angst and chaos. We want to be able to have harmony here on the earth too. And so this willpower is about looking at those things that we're so bent on, that this is how it's supposed to be, should be, have to be, need to be. And we can question, well, is it really? Or can it be different? And I love the combination of both of these, the energy exchanges and the willpower. Just fit right in with each other there. All right. We're also going to pull a card here from the Oracle of the Unicorns, which I thought that was cool, that this is a unicorn, and it makes total sense. Unicorn, one, unity, union, so perfect for that. Let's see what else the Creator would like you to know, Pisces, about unity and union. And I know this one almost seemed like it didn't have to do with union and unity, and I'm not sure if I finished the message that was coming through, so I think I'm off on a bunny trail. But we have this belief that I think I did talk about it, like being a mat, right? We have this idea that, well, to be unified and unity requires all my self-sacrifice and, giving up my needs for the needs of the whole. But in reality, when we turn to our inner, our inner energy, our inner love, the unconditional love of the creator of all things as our source of energy, then that is what joins us to the true unity and allows us to feel unified with all the souls and the higher selves of everyone on the planet. These characters that we play are not us. We're the actors behind the characters. And if we don't, these characters are based on fear and fight or flight, and all the earthly, experience and conditions and all that kind of stuff that we put ourselves under. So that's where all the chaos happens. That's where all the fighting happens in this imaginary world that we all create, right? But when we're look higher and we're connected at a soul level and higher self level, then that's where we feel that unity just flooding in, and it comes through us, and we express that outwardly to the world. Because if we don't have that feeling of union and unity in us, then we won't see it in the world, and we can't express it to the world, because we only see the world as we are, not as it really is, right? So the change happens within us. And so that's why this is important there. So, all right. What else do you want Pisces to know, Creator? Okay. You got adventure. Dun, dun, dun. I love those cards. Dance to things differently. Oh, sorry. I thought dance because it was in that card. Weird. Dare to do things differently, manifest your travel dreams, move to a new location. So I love this. It's definitely a inner movement, and talking about this whole experience as an adventure, looking at life as an adventure, this make-believe illusionary world that we come here and we create. When we convert, this love and this union, this, instead of it becoming a journey, a journey sounds like so much work and that it's going to take forever to get there. Instead of it being an adventure sounds exciting and full of fun and new, exciting things, right? And so really looking at life as an adventure instead, you're able to do that when you connect to this new energy. And there was something else in here about, dare to do things differently. Again, it has to do with all these strings attached, and to question that stubbornness that we have around, no, this is the right way. We've always done it this way. And it's like, well, maybe just think about doing it a different way, because that can help open up your whole world of possibilities instead of keeping things so contracted and restricted. So this unicorn is calling you to embark on an adventure, explore the world, or enjoy new experiences. Maybe you dream of moving to another state or country to start afresh in a new landscape. Perhaps you're feeling bored and stifled and know there is more to life than the rut you've been stuck in. Whether you fly to the other side of the world, move to a new city, or simply get away for a weekend, it's time to go on a journey. Release the belief that you need lots of money up front before you can ever start thinking about this. Ask the unicorns for help to bring in all of the resources and opportunities required to make your travel dream a reality. Start researching your dream locations or homes now, as if you already have the funds, times, and resources to support you. Believe anything is possible. You never know. You might come across a house sitting opportunity, a house swap, or an out-of-the-box answer to your travel dreams. Give yourself permission to hold a big vision and enjoy the process of manifesting your adventure. So that's great. I love that. We're also going to pull some cards here from the Light Seers deck. And we'll just get some confirmation, some validation, or some new information. See what else the Creator would like all of our Pisces to know about your union, about unity. Okay. Feel that one, that one, that one. Okay, last pass. Any others? No, I didn't think so. Okay. And I love this card for you because the Nine of Pentacles is really about, she's alone here, and it's about being fruitful, about abundance. Pentacles is like your outside world, money, abundance, dreams kind of coming true as well. And I love this for you because in this card specifically, I like that there's this winged creature that's showing her which is ripe to pick. And what that kind of relates to this, especially this dreams and the steps and doing those things that will help you bring union in your life. If you're unsure of what to do in this adventure of yours, then you have this large host of beings on the other side. We have the Creator, the Holy Spirit, the Spirit. We've got angels and guardian angels and spirit guides, our loved ones who are already back on the other side, our ancestors, and just a whole large group of beings of unconditional love and light that are there to assist us. So, connecting and taking time to breathe, you can get answers, you can get guidance from them. All you have to do is ask. They don't bust in over our free will, this willpower here. But if you will for them to come in and give you guidance and give you signs and messages, they definitely will. We just have to be quiet to listen and watch and be aware. And there's messages all over the place. They speak at the frequency of unconditional love, peace, joy, and laughter. So if you're in fear and in a lot of negative, low vibrational energy, like this one talked about, having be around people that are low vibration or having low vibration in a moment, it's good to take deep breaths, get away from everything, like this mentioned, even just getting away into nature, just get away for a little weekend or a day trip, or even for a couple hours, just get away from everything so you can get into a quiet place and focus on unconditional love, focus on joy and laughter and peace, and then you'll be able to hear more clearly. Yep, zap. Again, 8 for August. 8 of Wands, a lot of magic and energy coming in. I really feel like this really matches up to this number 8. Got this energy exchange. It comes in fast. It comes in furious, but it's a wonderful energy for you. And I really feel that happens with you, taking this time out, like we mentioned here, too, getting away from those low vibration, focusing on you, allowing yourself to fill up, and then everyone else gets the overflow. And yes, be forewarned, all these people that plug in here, when you detach them, they're used to just being able to get, your energy anytime they wanted. They're going to be a little hungry, angry because they want that. But just know in the long run, once you're full and overflowing, it's going to be even more beautiful because you're going to be this happy, joyful, full of peace person instead of resentful, angry, and full of anxiety, right? And I love this for you. Here's the living waters. We talked about dipping your fingers down there, seeing things from a different perspective. And so it's really an important time to connect, and you can see the bright light in her around her head here, because she's finding her inner power, this inner energy that exists, deep within her. And the Hanged Man sometimes can mean too about feeling stuck and feeling stagnant, which this kind of mentioned too. So it's, time to dip your hands into the waters and get out there and do something for yourself. You don't have to, take everyone on an entire adventure. And I know it's difficult sometimes when you have a lot of responsibilities and you're taking care of, children and spouses and everything else. And you feel selfish to be able to go, you know what? I found a weekend retreat I want to go to, and I need time to go, refresh. I love you all. But I will be, a easier person to get along with if you allow this for me, and not that you need an excuse, but I know that it's difficult, to be able to convince yourself to allow yourself to do that. So if you need to, have an excuse in your mind to make you feel less guilty, just know that, a happy me is a happier them, because I'm going to be full of joy and rest and peace and laughter, and it's just healthier for everyone. And then, especially if you have a spouse, it's like, hey, I want to be able to go do this, and then you can be able to do this, and then, if you have children, just like ask each child and each person gets to have a special type of day or a special type of weekend, and make it for everyone, just not at the same time. You get to go and, or if you can work it out where the kids go to grandpa and grandma's and spouse going to go here and I'm going to go there, and woohoo, we're all having a good time and we'll come back together all happy, and absence makes the heart grow fonder. I love this Four of Cups too, because you can see how bored she is, and that's totally, reinforces what we're talking about here and here, because this is the things that are supposed to fulfill you and make you feel happy and complete and whole. And look how bored they are. They're looking off in the distance thinking, what else? There's got to be something else. And sure enough, it is. This right here is what I call the Ace of Cups, which is like the Holy Grail, unconditional love, your energy that we were talking about here and here. So, this is definitely, see how full of rainbows and energy and brightness and all that is, and that is what you're headed toward. And these cups out here are the ones that are supposed to make us feel whole, supposed to make us feel complete, supposed to make us excited about life. But it's like, no, the external things don't quench our thirst, like I talked about in the beginning with the Aquarius, and that vase of the living waters. Those things on the outside are what don't quench our thirst. They're like Chinese food. I always call it like American Chinese food anyway. It's full of MSG. It goes right through you. It does, you're hungry, an hour later and you're super thirsty. And so that's what that outside stuff does for us. It leaves us feeling disappointed. But when we turn to the inward and find, this brilliant, brilliant energy that exists inside you, then, you just feel so full, and your thirst is quenched. You feel whole and complete and content. It's amazing. All right. And then lastly, speaking of the living waters with love, we're going to pull a last card here from the Journey of Love Oracle. Let's just see what the final message is. All right, Creator, what's your final message in this reading? Okay. There we have it. Fast and Furious. Yep. Dream a little. Number 51. And I love that for you. I'll let you see that there for a second here. And that was 51. I'm going to put it right here because I really feel, this is talking about the dreams, right? And so I really feel that it is time to dream. It says, the divine wants to bless you with inspiration, just as a lover would come to the door of the beloved with a spontaneous gift of flowers, or like mother and father of all things would spoil their only child, right? So dream a little. Let your imagination wander and wonder What if? What else could be? Break down the rigid walls of expectation. And, all these rigid things holding you back, right? Just because something has been does not indicate that it must continue in the same way. So dream a little and receive your spiritual gift. This oracle brings you guidance. A spiritual gift of inspiration is on its way or has just recently been received. It isn't flight or fancy, it's a gift from the divine. Receive it and believe in new possibilities. That is it. I love that. So definitely, it is an interesting union and unity message, but I really feel like it's getting to know you and putting, realizing that all these other things on the outside, this is what's divisive, this is what's unifying, and turning inward and doing those steps to gain back your energy and your oneness inside is what's going to help you feel more united. And, I feel like there's been, some situations that have been, divisive within family, within work, within relationship, within friends, that lately, especially over the last 2 years, but I really feel lately, since the beginning of this year till now, that there's just been this divisiveness that's been going on in your life, and you're like at a wit's end, to the point where you're like ready, to let it go. And it's okay to dream a little. And so there's some wonderful support you have, on the other side. So don't be afraid to ask them, because they do so much love you and want to help you have the biggest, greatest experience here on the earth. And just know as you go through this August and through this adventure here, that every second of every day you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things, like an only child. And try to sit with that and just see what it might feel like to be the only child of the creator of all things, and allow them to spoil you like an only child. You deserve it. So just know I love you as well. And until next time, you hang in there and take care. Bye-bye now.